to jump off and reset. I might start with saying happy Sunday. Thank you very much for everyone jumping on this channel. I want to just give Audi again another shout out. $3.99 Australian for some SSB wine. That is pure happiness. That is a Sunday session coming up. So I just wanted to shout out to Audi for that one. As I said, we just had a scammer jump on our live and spam it. So we've had to reset it. So we'll wait for people to jump on back in here and say g'day. And we'll probably start off by thanking, obviously, everyone that has jumped on the channel recently. Anyone that's jumped on the Facebook page as well, really appreciate it. And obviously, anyone on our Facebook page community jumping on this channel, again, we really appreciate it as well. So I've had a pretty challenging couple of weeks. I've had a lot of near misses. I've caught some very undesirable fish today. I'm just going to mention some of the species. Happy Sunday. Thanks for jumping back on. We've had to readjust, reset it, but we are here. And, thank you very much. We just had to reset it. We had a scammer on, so we've just reset that live, and we've got that person in a timeout, so they can just sit and wait to disturb someone else. But yeah, I've caught some blowfish today. I've caught some butterfish. I've caught some trumpeter fish. I had one herring hooked on a soft plastic, and it threw the hook. I'm going to go through the whole session today because it's quite interesting. And what was noted by the gun angler that I was able to fish with, we noticed there was no bait. So we actually fished a rock wall in Fremantle. Then we actually headed into the Swan River as well this morning, sort of around between 8 and 10 o'clock. We got into the Swan River, and we noticed there was, apart from the blowfish, there was very little signs of bait fish, any disturbances in the river. And when we first got to Fremantle, it was quite encouraging because we saw a lot of bait fish get disturbed. And the angler I was with actually put on a little blue and silver micro jig. And he goes, I'm going to get a fish first cast. And I thought, yeah, sure, whatever. And he pinned a very nice, wasn't even a herring, wasn't even a skippy. It was a beautiful tailor. Now, the talk of the town is tailor. They are everywhere. The Swan River is alive. So he pinned a very nice, healthy tailor. And then we dispatched that humanity. And then we ventured up the rock wall. Happy Sunday. Thanks for jumping on and joining us. Really appreciate it. Happy Sunday. We'll probably do 20 minutes on here as long as we don't get scammed. Have you seen a swordfish? Absolutely. I think they're an incredible creature. They're a beautiful creature, very powerful, a lot of muscle, and they are exceptional eating if you choose to eat them as well. So we did venture up the rock wall this morning after that first cast beauty. And the angler was, we'd managed to catch a couple of really nice King George whiting land bass. Caught some herring. As I said, I caught some trumpeter. I caught some blowfish. What else did I catch? Blowfish, trumpeter, and butterfish. So the three absolute undesirables off the rock wall. Had a shocker. And then all of a sudden, I just decided to throw this little white, clear. We've got another one. Hang on a sec. Oh, they just don't stop, do they? These clowns. Go and ask your maths questions somewhere else. I've been in school. I've done my time. I don't need to use my maths brain right now. I'm talking fishing. Jog on. And I was just casting this little clear 2.5 inch soft plastic, and all of a sudden...
Oh, that's fun.
I don't think it is. But they can go on a timeout too. How you going? Happy Sunday. Yeah, so I was obviously switching from bait to lures, micro jigs, hard body, soft plastic. I've had this white but clear, translucent 2.5 inch soft plastic. I usually do 3 or 4 casts and I change it. So it was on the third cast. I just was slow winding, then I ripped it in, and all of a sudden this tailor just came out of nowhere. It was actually like something in slow motion, and I reckon literally within 5 meters of the rock wall, just absolutely crunched the soft plastic, fishing 8-pound leader. And the rest is history. So that was really, really frustrating. I knew that wasn't my day when I got clean bitten off by a tailor fishing an 8-pound setup, going for obviously smaller species, and this larger tailor just absolutely crunched my soft plastic, took my clip, took everything, took my pride, and had to move on. So then we headed into the Swan River to chase. How you going? Happy Sunday. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for jumping on, everyone. Really appreciate it. We headed into the Swan River after that to chase some flathead. The day before, there was the Swan River chase. With the flathead winning that comp at 51 centimetres. Now, there is some larger flathead than that in the Swan River, but we thought we'd go and try our luck. But there was overcast when we went into the river. It was really hard to see the weed patches. There was a lot of blowfish nibbling at our toes. Quite cute. but there wasn't much signs of life, and it was really challenging. So we tried. We threw some soft plastics, but they just got shredded by the blowfish. I did a few vibes with the angler as well. Did a few micro jigs, but it was just the universe saying, give up essentially, and so we did. So I've had a pretty average couple of weeks. I've had a lot of near misses. I've caught some undesirables, but it's just part of it. You just got to keep on keeping on. I was going to go this afternoon and try either throw some baits near a reef with a bit of beach next to it with some bait, or go and throw some lures, do some bit of top water. But I just can't be bothered. Like, if I'm being completely honest, I absolutely can't be bothered. So I think I'm going to try over the next few days to try to pin one more fish off the local reefs, because on Wednesday that wind picks up, that swell picks up, and that'll be probably no lure fishing, no bait fishing off the local beaches next weekend. I don't want to get too carried away just yet, but next weekend as well looks pretty average. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens, but it's not looking good, for the local beach crew. So you're going to have to look at your rock walls. And again, Swan River, I just can't go on about how well the Swan River is fishing this spring. It's like, I've got so many reports over the last couple of days, weeks I should say even, and even some of the fish that have been caught up at Mayland, some huge tailor chasing obviously prawns and bait up there. So the Swan River is alive. And just on that note too, if you haven't checked out Brendan from On Point Adventures' last video, go and check it out. If you're into tailor or into learning more about the Swan River and how you can approach it, whether it's land-based or boating, go and check out his last, the latest video. It's just dropped today. Really, really good video. Brendan from On Point Adventures. Go and check that. And also, on that note, I just want to mention Scotty from Saltfix's last video too. The one with Zane, where they go and chase some kingies. They go and chase some snapper. Really challenging session. It's quite real. I love, it's no BS with Scotty. He just, goes about his business, shows you the highs, the lows. I watched that video yesterday, Scotty. Really, really loved that, your latest video. So again, Scotty from Saltfix and Brendan from On Point Adventures, 2 channels you want to go and check out. Local content creators to Perth, Western Australia. They do a great job. And I said, those last 2 videos are from both of them. Highly recommend watching them. Great. Jumped on the live. Thank you very much. We had to get off the last live because we had a few scammers on, as you do. Get a few peanuts that want to cause trouble. That's live. But it has been really challenging, for the beach crew over the last couple of weeks. And look, I think it's going to change. I don't know when. I mean, we're almost in November and we're still dealing with wind, swell, seaweed. And it said next weekend, which I don't really want to think about right now, looks pretty similar in the sense that, that wind and swell is going to start picking up from Wednesday. I think tonight would fish pretty well. It's a late high tide. I think it's at 11 o'clock, but I think that incoming tide tonight will fish really well. I think anyone that goes to Rockwall or Groin over the next few days, they're going to pick up good tailor, some mulloway, snapper. But again, what has been noted by several anglers is the lack of bait, around. There's just not a lot of bait around. And I think that is definitely affecting the beach crew. Obviously, with the Swan River, I don't know why. How you going, everyone? That's really strange because all those comments I've just missed. I've just missed them. Did you catch a tuna? No, I did not catch a tuna. What time am I ending? Probably. So I don't know why these comments didn't come up anyway. Oh, here we go. I've got another one. No, it is not me who is Ricky McDonald. That is not me. I'm not Ricky McDougall, I should say. I am Nolan that goes beach fishing and sometimes catches the fish. I've definitely put some hours in over the last few weeks. But like I said, I don't think, I reckon I've had probably, I would say, without exaggerating, probably 20 messages over the last few days. And just people just going, where are the fish? I can't find the fish. And you get those silly comments, if you, Charlie, that's enough. The dog's excited. Come up here, Charlie. Charlie, come. I'll see if the dog wants to come and say hello. But yeah, I've had a lot of messages lately. People getting frustrated that they can't find the fish, and they don't want to ask questions on those fishing pages because people just go, well, they're in the ocean, they're in the river, and yes, these fish are around, but it has been a challenge, and I guess there's a lot of things you can look at and factors, and I think too with the weather, I think the fish get confused when the weather is so sporadic, when it's not consistent. I think we haven't had. I mean, it might sound like excuses, but we haven't had, really good tides to fish off the beaches. We've had wind, we've had swell, we've had a lot of seaweed. I mean, there's a combination of factors. I still think we've had a really good run metro this year off the beaches, where I've probably seen and witnessed probably more mulloway caught off the local beaches this year than I would say for a big call here, but probably 4 or 5 years. So the amount of how you going there? Happy Sunday. Thanks for joining us. I've definitely seen more mulloway caught this year, and then the other extreme is the actual volume of tailor in the size. But what was very interesting on Friday, I am going to bring my rod with me the next few days when I head into work, because I was at Nedlands on Friday and I saw 2 anglers on the jetty. Could not help myself, had to go down so low, and they were catching really small size tailor, which is quite typical again for this time of year. They will actually start wreaking havoc off our local beaches soon. But, the river's definitely been holding, fish up to 50, 60, even 65 centimetres. I said the beach, for me, over the last couple of months, has had some huge light metro tailor, 70, 75s. One angler I know really well, he got one in an 83 this season. We're trying to hit a 90. I don't know if we'll get it this spring. We might try again next year. We really want to try to crack the 90 metro one if we can, land based. I know they're out there. They've got to be in with these schools, because the schools, so the volume of fish, the size of the fish, just great. And look, I put it down to, it always goes in waves. You get good years and bad years. But also we haven't really had a huge salmon run in Perth. Almost 7-8 years. So all that bait's been able to, survive, thrive, and grow and spawn. So I think the salmon not coming into the river as well over those 6-7 years has certainly helped. You coming in, Tommy? I've got all the animals next to me, by the way. I'm just seeing if any of them actually want to come and say hello. They're a bit camera shy, but said, if you have jumped on the live, thank you very much. Obviously, feel free to share your thoughts, what you've been up to, and I said, what we've done. We've done 12 minutes here. We might jump off at the 20-minute mark. Anyone that's jumped onto the channel, really appreciate it. Really appreciate my Facebook community. Anyone from Facebook, obviously, jumping on here as well. Look, as I said, have I wanted to catch more fish over the last few weeks? Absolutely. But, I think when you're comfortable within who you are, what you can achieve, what you can't achieve, I think you just got to roll with it and don't worry about what other people are doing or what other people are catching. Just, stick to your guns, stick to your process, do your routine, and it'll the fish will come. It really will. Everyone is doing it tough. There's not one person out there that's literally killing it on the fishing scene. So happy Sunday. Thanks for jumping on and joining us. I think you just got to stick to your process and stick to your gut. I was going to go this afternoon, but I really just can't be bothered. If I'm being completely honest, I really just can't be bothered going for a fish. So I'll probably try to have a crack tomorrow. The winds pick up on Tuesday, so that easterly wind's going to ramp up. I'm not too concerned about it. I'm hoping I can pin a fish either tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. Just tick it off, get it done. And I feel like once you get a good fish, again, under your belt, your luck changes, and then you're on a roll. As I said, irrespective of this weekend, the next weekend coming with that weather, I think we'll just, we'll make some plans as we get closer. We've got a really good barometer. The barometer is actually increasing tomorrow, and then we've got a really good barometer shift. You back again?
Did you have to time out?
No timeouts. No one's been on timeout. We've got 6 more minutes and we're jumping off. No one's doing any timeouts. Thanks for joining us. I think you want to push your noise again?
No.
You don't want to do your noise? Just one more time? You can do it now if you want.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us. Happy Sunday. So it's my kids really enjoy. Oh, you can go. Oh, hang on. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hang on a second. All
There's
right.
one other thing.
All right. What's you got? What else are you showing? I think you've scared everyone off. Oh, what else you got? What have you got? You got to get into the shot. Be very afraid. Is this what he says? Thanks for joining us. Happy Sunday. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It's okay. I'm very afraid. I'm very afraid. All right, take it away. As I said, happy Sunday. Thanks for joining us. We're going to jump off at probably 5 minutes. If you have jumped on, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. It said, let us know what you've been up to, what you've been catching. How you going there? Happy Sunday. Thanks for jumping on. And so it has been a very challenging couple of weeks, Perth Metro, but that's how it goes. You get your good runs, your bad runs. The best thing, to do is to not give up, keep fishing, fish harder, fish as much as you can. Get that fish off your back, get that monkey off your back, as that saying goes. And once you crack that really good fish again, you're on your way and your luck changes. So I've just got to pin one more. I really want to pin one more good topwater Taylor either tomorrow morning, afternoon. Then I'm good. I'll be on my way. And then, as I said, happy Sunday. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Welcome. Cheers. And just having a quick wine and a quick chat about the local scene, the fishing scene, and it has been quiet. It's all about the Halloween in this house. So the kids are going Halloween crazy, which is fine because they're only kids for so long. $3.99. It was just a more expensive one. I just finished this bowl. It's quite nice. Howdy. Cheers. But yeah, if you have been out this weekend and you've caught some fish, let us know what you've been catching. I know the Swan River is absolutely alive. Good bream, good Taylor. Taylor everywhere, by the way. Hey, how you going, Falcon? How are you? What's happening? Happy Sunday. Thanks for jumping on. We're going to chill out here for a little bit longer, just seeing who's on. Just having a quick chat. And Sunday vibes. Definitely feels like a Sunday today, I must say. And everyone back to reality, back to work tomorrow. A couple of decent days left if you are in Perth, West Australia, wanting to fish Monday, Tuesday. Make some time, get out there, have a crack. The weather starts to turn Wednesday, so you'll be looking at your rock walls, your groins, and the Swan River. Beaches are going to be real hard work after Tuesday, so if you want to hit the beach or a reef, I would strongly suggest you go and hit it tonight, tomorrow, or Tuesday, and get those much-needed tight lines. I'm set. I've caught trumpeter, blowfish. What have I caught today? Trumpeter, blowfish, and butterfish. The three most undesirable fish you can catch. So not too impressed with that. And my kids are doing costumes now. So I don't know if they're going to show any costumes or they're just going to... Here we go. All right. It's all happening here. Work ain't reality, just a means to new beginnings. Yeah, man, it's all perspective. Amen to that, bro. Amen. Hey, how you going? Legacy Fishing, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Jumping on. Happy Sunday. Mate, that is a really cool... I might actually screenshot that and use that. That's really cool. That's a great perspective. I like that. I'm going to just read that out loud again. That is cool. Work ain't reality, just a means to new beginnings. Yep. No, that's all perspective. I like it. It's cool. Very cool. Happy Sunday. How are we? Thanks for joining us. But yeah, that's cool, man. I like that. I like that way of thinking. That is really cool. How are you, Falcon? Thanks for joining us. Happy Sunday. What's happening out there in the world of you guys? Let us know what you've been up to. We are just chilling. Wow. You're lucky you've only just jumped on late, mate. How's the fishing been for me? It's been terrible. Today I've caught blowfish, butterfish, and trumpeter, and I've witnessed some really good Taylor, King George whiting, some herring. I've seen some really good fish landed. I saw some snapper, some sambos cruising along some reef, like sort of where some reef and rocks meet today. That was pretty cool. But in terms of how the fishing's been for me, it's been very, very average. So I need to go and change my luck, pin a fish, hopefully tomorrow or Tuesday to change my luck. Because for me, I strongly believe that you change your luck by catching your next best, a really good fish. So hopefully I can get a topwater Taylor tomorrow or Tuesday. I was going to go this afternoon, but as you can see, Audi got the better of me, cheap wine, and I'm just going to have a Sunday session instead. But hopefully hit a local reef in the morning. Oh, yeah, bro. Yeah, boy. Yeah, I didn't want to really mention it too much, but I'm obviously working at Tackle West, Osborne Park yesterday. I reckon I would have spoke, without exaggerating, probably 10 or so anglers, and they'd all hit the pink snapper at North Mile. Now, I don't want to get into the political stuff with the ban, but all I'm going to say from a personal point of view is I've personally witnessed and seen more pink snapper this year, probably this year and last year, than I have in over 10 years. There is a ton of pink snapper in our water. You're on the wine too? Yeah, boy. Very nice. Yeah, man, that's wicked. Yeah, that's a solid fish, man. That's a solid fish. Yeah, that's not a small pinky. That's a lot of fillets, man. That is a solid pinky. Yeah, that's really cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, now you'd be buzzing, eh? Did you have to gaff it or did you have someone net it for you? That is really cool. You broke till Wednesday? Yeah, yeah, probably about the same, to be honest. Probably about the same. That's another good call. What kind of wine is this? I think it's a SSB from Audi. Yeah, this is SSB, so it's quite nice actually. So cheers to Audi on that note. Cheers to Audi. The squid. That's another good comment. How you going there, Basil? How are you? I saw a couple of anglers this morning squidding on some rock walls, and I could just see that they were defeated. They were frustrated. You know, one angler had about 30 jigs strapped to his leg with a cool belt. It's actually quite cool, but I could see the look on his face. You know, he's trying his hardest, and he couldn't even get one squid. And I could definitely see the frustration on his face and a few other anglers going for squid. They got nothing down there this morning. Yeah, man, it's the game changer without. It's an absolute game changer. Absolute game changer selling wine now. Yeah, you still buzzing? Oh, hang on, I'm just going to read your message. You had no net, no gaff. Oh, cool, man. Yeah, it's good, when you get those anglers that are like keen and they just want to help you. They're not jealous and they're just like, yeah, let's get this guy his first fish in. Oh, you'll be stoked. Yeah, you'll be buzzing for a while, and then you lifted and you held my rod while I lifted the leader. I chucked. Oh, cool. I'll have a look, man. On WA, yeah, sweet. I'll go and check it out. That's wicked. You can also, Legacy, send us anyone that's got fishing pictures that they want to share, send them. Jump on my Facebook page. Send me a message or messenger. I love to share people's catches because also when I don't catch anything, it helps me, it motivates me, it inspires me to get out there. So yeah, Legacy, if you want to send me any of your pictures of fish you've caught, just jump on my Facebook page, jump on Messenger, send me a message, and I'll be happy to post them up. I love sharing fishing pictures that other people catch from our local waters. Whether it's local, if you're overseas, send them through on our Facebook page. Cheers, man. Really appreciate it. As I said, if you're not on the Facebook page, jump on there. That's where we do all our local updates as well. We've got a massive, when I say massive, I mean massive giveaway, courtesy of One Drop Cartel. It's that big. I'm actually going to run it through to November, so it's an absolutely huge one. You should create a Discord. I have no idea what that means, but yeah, it's been a long weekend. As I said, I'm feeling a little bit vulnerable. I've only caught really undesirable fish. If you want to, please explain in more detail what you mean. I have no idea what you're saying. I'm just absolutely just enjoying my children. They're getting right into this dress. Jay, do you want to show us what you've got, what you're rocking now, or are you not ready? Oh, cool. I appreciate that. Eh? Look, I really do appreciate that. I'm really lucky. I've obviously got an amazing wife, got some really cool kids, and for me, I don't really care what I catch. But yeah, let's just full disclosure. I haven't brought a fish home for a couple of weeks, and to that extent, we're actually getting fish and chips tonight. So full disclosure, I have not pinned a good fish for a couple of weeks. So I need to get back out there and absolutely have a crack. But as I said, I don't really. I care in the sense that I want to provide a meal for my kids and for my family, but I don't really care in terms of making myself feel good. I don't need to catch fish in that sense. Hang on, I'm just going to move over. We've got some costume outfits. What are we rocking here? We've got Jed Dracula here. We're gonna start for another 5 or so minutes. Thanks everyone for jumping on. Really do appreciate it. And Legacy. Fishing, really appreciate those kind words. As I said, I am the Benjamin Button of fishing. I don't age because I do fish, but I'm just an old dad that loves to fish and share my passion. Yeah. He's the troublemaker. He was the good one. He's now the troublemaker. This one, yeah, he's a troublemaker. This one, you watch out for this one. So what are you, Sir Dracula or?
No. relatives.
So what are
She's
you?
carrying on that this is hers. It's actually mine.
Well, that's how it rolls, isn't it? Is that what you're wearing for Halloween, or
I do not know.
You're not sure?
It's definitely not one.
sorry?
I'm doing player. I'm being player 456.
Fair enough. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah, look, I think there's when the kids come into the tackle store, and I think I say to their parents when they're spending up, there's worse things the kids could be doing, could be spending their money on. I think fishing's an absolute amazing pastime, especially when you can get them into it when they're so young. I'm just going to read your message, Falcon. What's happening? Wynyard Wharf, fish and chips. Yeah, cool. We're going to go, I think we're getting, what are we getting tonight? We're getting Brighton fish and chips. Yeah, so we're getting Brighton fish and chips. They used to be in Scarborough. They've now moved to Inaloo. But like I said, full disclosure, we are actually buying fish tonight. I don't normally need to buy fish. I've got no fish in the freezer. My chest freezer is pretty empty. I think I've only got a little bit of squid for bait and maybe some scalies. So yeah, how you going there? Thanks for joining us. Happy Sunday. So yeah, so full disclosure, we are actually getting fish and chips tonight because I was unable to bring home a feed again today. So a little bit disappointing. Am I going to cry about it? Absolutely not. It's just going to give me more desire because I actually love being an underdog. I love challenging myself, pushing myself, and when I don't catch a fish or have a really quiet session, I just sort of reset myself and try and think to myself, what can I do better next time to put myself in the game? And I am going to try over the next 2 days to pin a fish. That is the plan. That is what I'm hoping for. Hopefully it works out. If it doesn't, back to drawing board. Just keep on casting, keep on trying. I don't know if Dracula's going to come back or not. We're going to jump off soon. As I said, if you have joined the live, thanks for joining us. If you watch this later, we also really appreciate it. I've done a couple... what's that? Oh, yeah, that's all good, bro. It's all good. I just put them in timeouts. It's quite fun, actually. I do enjoy it. You love the battered mussels. I can't say I have ever tried a battered mussel, but that does sound like it would be quite tasty. Absolutely. Oh, my goodness. This dress-up is quite interesting. My kids are trying on multiple Halloween costumes, which is pretty cool, keeping them entertained. We've currently got a southwest. I think it's going to be quite a nice evening to go and have a fish. We've got an incoming tide at 11, so quite a late high tide, which will mean there'll be still a fair bit of water in the morning. I'm hoping to go have a quick throw tomorrow before work off a local reef, and then maybe try tomorrow afternoon and Tuesday. And then the weather, unfortunately for us in Perth, Western Australia, does shift again on Wednesday. But yeah, as I said, end of the month coming up. I can't believe the weather we've had locally. We're pretty spoiled here. We do get I reckon we do have the best weather in the state. Oh, gotcha. Oh, you call it skunk. Okay. Right, I'm with you, Falcon. I'm just trying to get the analogy. So that's what you call it. Look, yeah, I did actually catch some fish today. I caught blowfish, trumpeter, and butterfish, and I had a very large tailor decide to engulf on 8-pound leader my 2.5-inch soft plastic clear. It just came up. It was really cool to see it just come out of the reef and just absolutely crunch it. It actually looked like, it was really weird. It looked like a massive King George until it started to turn. And then it just bit me off, and I knew that was a sign to pack it up. And the universe saying, you ain't getting nothing today, boy. That's just how it goes. No, I think we're going to jump off now, I reckon. Where are you going? Well, be quick because I'm going to jump off shortly. It said, happy Sunday. If you jumped on, really appreciate it. If you haven't checked out the Facebook page, you may as well come and show everyone your costume. It looks pretty cool. If you haven't checked out the Facebook page, jump on and check that out as well. We do local updates, our giveaways, all that kind of stuff on there as well. And we try to do our Sunday lives on here. Yeah, Taylor are brutal. You know what I had, Legacy? It was last Saturday. I went and checked out the beaches early, like first light. It was weeded out. I think we had a westerly as well. But I was like, nah, bugger it. I think, and then I headed back up the coast about 6. Still had that westerly. I spun for an hour. I fished multiple rock walls, sort of holes, and then I literally like the last 3 casts had a tailor follow it, nudge my service lure, and then literally it was like a big FU, and it said turn and swim away. So yeah, I've had definitely a bit of a challenging time lately on the tailor. Those toadfish, yep, they are, man. They're absolutely horrible. And I caught, trumpeter and butterfish, so it was absolutely rubbish, but it was really nice to be in the water anyway. So, you got to take the good with the bad, as they say. Are you going to show everyone your costume or not?
No.
I'm just waiting to see if they're going to jump on before we sign out for the day.
What is this?
Oh, look, it's coming. I know. Look, I'm really lucky, man. Flounder are tasty, man. I am lucky. I've had a really good run. I've managed to find some local fish that have been schooling up quite, like clockwork most weeks. They've now been pushed out from the weather. So, look, I have been really lucky. I'm not going to sit here and complain about not catching anything decent, this weekend. I obviously would love to. But I know I'll hit some fish eventually, and I know a lot of people are in the same position. They're trying, they're putting their time in, they're going when they can, and they're just still not hitting fish. So I think it has been quite challenging off the beaches, rock walls, and groins, as opposed to the Swan River. I keep going on about the Swan River, but it is absolutely alive. As I said, if you're looking for something to watch later on tonight, go and check out Brendan from On Point Adventures' latest video on Swan River Tailor. Really good video. I said I'm probably going to watch it again, Brendan. It was pretty good. Got me actually buzzing. Actually almost got me to pack my rod and head out this afternoon, but I said I'm cooked. Put a fork in me. I'm going to just have another Audi glass of wine and get my rods ready for tomorrow. I need a boat. Look, Falcon, I'm very fortunate that I have people with boats, and you will actually see me on some boats in the near future. We've got a few videos coming up. Some really cool stuff. I don't want to say too much just yet because it's some other people's channels we're collaborating with. But keep an eye. You will actually see me on some islands and on some boats in the next few months. So stay tuned. There's going to be some pretty cool videos coming up. I'm just going to read yours, Legacy. Yep. Oh, look, you got an absolute, Falcon, stay tuned, man. I'm really excited. I've got some massive creators that have reached out. We're going to do, I think one of the videos will be a couple of boats, heading off to some islands. Another one, we're going to venture right up the coast. So there's quite a lot coming up. I haven't taken the camera gear out. I think I've done a video for maybe over 2 weeks now. So we will be getting the cameras out again shortly. It's just a time limit. As I said, Falcon, stay tuned. We definitely got some really cool stuff coming up. But as I said, anyone that's jumped on live, really do appreciate it. We're going to sign out now. Probably sign out on the 35-minute mark. Thank you very much for joining us. If you have, do appreciate it. As I said, if you haven't checked out the Facebook page, jump on and have a look at that as well. And another one. Here we go. We'll just put this last one in a timeout because why not? And we've only had a few today. But, man, you enjoy the rest of yours too. Really appreciate you staying on the live and having a chat. We like to talk all things fishing or whatever is on your mind. Obviously, feel free to share. And obviously, Legacy, well done on your snapper. I'll check out those pictures. Absolutely, bro. Thanks for joining the live, Falcon. And we look forward to chatting to you. We do this every Sunday. Do you just want to come and say goodbye before we jump off? As I said, Legacy, thanks also for jumping on, and I'll check out those pictures. I'll post them up on the Facebook page. As I said, anyone on here, if you haven't joined the Facebook page, jump on our page, join the community. Are you going to jump on or not before we go?
Bye, everyone.
Bye. She's off. Jed, you going to say goodbye before we go? No. Okay, he's done. As I said, keep those lines tight. Thank you very much for everyone that's messaged me over the last couple of weeks with your reports. Cheers, Legacy. Catch you next time. And anyone that is having a tough time out there on the fishing front, all I want to say to you is just keep those rods out, keep casting, keep those lines tight. Those fish are only just, you're only a cast away from your next best fish. And if you don't go, you're not going to know. I'm not putting on my top, mate. So as I said, thanks for watching. Happy Sunday. Stay safe. Keep those lines tight. Be kind. And until next time, happy fishing. Cheers, everyone. See ya.